In today's video, we're going to be creating this real estate listing presentation in PowerPoint using a single image and the Morph transition. Earlier in my channel, I created a similar video where I described a list of food items, but in that case, those were actually in an orderly manner where everything were in neat rows and columns. But this time I wanted to show you how you could use it in something more dynamic, say an entire apartment in a real estate listing. So let's get straight to it. I already have PowerPoint open and I've created my blank presentation. I'm going to select this two and delete. I'm going to just paste in an image I already copied. The link to this image will be in the description box below. So we're just going to go to crop. I'm going to move this handle to the right and I'm going to move this one to the left. And we're going to go back to crop, select fill, and that's it. Escape. Go to shapes. Let's insert a rectangle right around here. I'm going to go to outline, select no outline, and fill is going to be white. Let's go to the height, make the height 5.5, and the width is going to be 18. Let's right click on this, format shape, go to fill, and make the transparency of this rectangle 10. Now let's go to insert text box. I'm going to go to my notes and I'm just going to copy the title and I'm going to paste that here. Select the entire text box, change the font to Montserrat, change the size to 40, and I'm just going to increase the width of this text box and align it to this rectangle. Select both of them, group it, go to arrange, and then align middle. That's it. Let's see it for a moment in the slideshow. Yeah, this is our title slide. Let's create the next slide. So we're going to duplicate this slide. Since we're using the Morph transition, it just makes things easier to work with. So let's start by ungrouping this, because when we're using the Morph transition sometimes won't work well with groups. So to be on the safe side, it's better to just ungroup it. So while we're here, select this slide and then duplicate it. Select this text box and then reduce the size to 24. I'm just going to grab my text, and this is the text for dining area. Let's select this and then paste our text in. I'm just going to reduce this a bit. Now let's create a copy of this. I'm using Ctrl and Shift to just create another copy of this text. Change this to Lato and make the size 18. And I'm just going to copy our text for dining area. Select everything here and then we're going to paste. I'm just going to increase the width of this so that we'll have our text on three lines like this. I want to move the text maybe a bit closer, so the spacing between my two texts is something like this. Now for this rectangle, let's go to shape format. We'll leave the height at 5.5. Let's change the width to 13. So we'll group just to make it easier to align it. If you can, figure that out yourself. But once we group, ungroup it. So I'm going to group it. Select this rectangle, align center, align middle. I don't think we'll need to do that in the future, but for now, select this group and just ungroup it. The focus is on the dining area. So what we're going to do is I'm going to zoom out. I'm using control and then scrolling down. Select this image, go to picture formats and then crop. I'm going to use this handle to zoom into the image and bring the dining area into focus. We can even get even closer. Let's select this and just have the dining area in focus. Let's say around like this. Escape. I'm going to go back to the full view and select these three items and just bring it way over here. Let's see, like this. So now we have the description of just the dining area. Let's see how it looks like in the slideshow. Yeah, that's it. Next, select the slide, Control D to duplicate. Let's start with our text. I'm going to come to my notes, copy the title, which is the kitchen, select everything, then paste. I'm going to copy the remaining text and I'm going to select everything, then paste. Now let's crop this image. I'm going to zoom out. That's too much. I'm going to go to picture format, crop, and now the focus will be on the kitchen. So I'm just going to move this. Let's see here. Let's zoom in a bit. I'm going to move it, let's say like this. This is fine. Escape. Let me return it back to our full screen. Select these three text boxes and you can bring it down here. That's it in the slideshow. Yeah, that's it. We're done with this slide. Let's go on to the next slide. So select the slide, Control D to duplicate. Let's grab our text, copy this, and I'm going to select everything here and paste. Let's grab the remaining text. I'm going to copy this, select everything here and then paste. Now we're going to crop this image. I'm going to zoom out, maybe a bit more, picture format, crop, and now the focus will be on the living room. So we're just going to zoom in, let's say around here. Maybe let me zoom out a bit. I'm just going to increase the size of this image. Let me get a bit closer. Yeah, that's all right. I'm going to click on escape. I'm going to fit it back, select this three items, move it to, let's see here. That's it. Let's look at it in slideshow. Yeah, we're done with this slide. Let's move on to the next slide. Once again, select slide 4, duplicate. Let's grab our text. I'm going to come, this is entry and site space. I'm going to select the entire title text and paste, copy this one, and we're going to select everything here and paste. Next, I'm just going to zoom out, select this image, go to picture format and then crop. We're just going to zoom in. Yeah, let me zoom out. I'm going to increase the size of this image. This time, let's say right around here, and I'm going to zoom back in and see if I like it. You know what, let's zoom in even more. I'm just going to increase this. Okay, I'm just going to take it up like this. It still looks, it feels like we're still zooming into the living room area. I want the focus to be on this place, so I'm just going to move this down. Okay, escape. Yeah, this feels more like it. I'm going to select this tree and I'm just going to move it up here, and that's it. Let's say it in the slideshow. Yeah, we have the entry and size place. Let's go on to the next slide. Select slide 5 and duplicate. We're going to grab the text, copy this. This is flooring. I'm going to select this and paste. Let's grab our text. I'm going to copy it and I'm going to select everything and then paste. This time our text is a bit shorter, so we can make the rectangle 4.5, and I'm just going to move it up a bit. Escape. Now let's zoom out, select the image, picture format, and then crop. Let me zoom out, sorry. I'm going to just move this image so the focus is now, well, on the floor. I'm just going to bring it to this edge and reduce the size of this image. We don't need to just focus on just the floor. And yeah, that looks fine. Escape. Let me return it back to full view. I'm going to select this tree and move it to this side. Here, let's see it in the slideshow. Yeah, that's it. We're done with this slide. Let's now move on to the next slide. Select slide 6, Ctrl D to duplicate. I'm going to copy my text. So this time we're looking at lighting. I'm going to paste and I'm going to come to this one, copy this, and I'm going to paste this. Let me increase the height of this one back to 5.5, and I'm going to just select the two text and maybe move it down a bit so it's more centered. Let's zoom out, select the image, picture format, and then crop. And now we can now have the focus on the ceiling, and we're just going to, let's say, have it like this. I'm trying to figure out what works. Let me reduce the image a bit. I'm going to zoom back in and we're going to have this. Escape. I'm going to fit it back to the screen, select this tree, and I'm going to bring it here. Like this. Escape. Let's see it in the slideshow. Yeah, that's it. We're done with this slide. Let's go on to the next slide. Select slide 7 and then duplicate it. Let me copy my text first. Start with overall layout. I'm going to copy this and select everything here and then paste. Copy the remaining text and I'm just going to go ahead, select everything and then paste. Now what we're going to do is go back to this first text, change the alignment of the text to center. Same with this one. this rectangle, go to shape format, change the height to 6 and the width make 13.7. Let's start with these two. I'm going to select both of them, align center, then group it. Select this rectangle, align middle, align center, and then group. And we'll just use this and then center it. Now ungroup it. So I'm just going to go ahead and to ungroup this one too. Now let's work on the image. Go to picture format, crop, and I'm going to zoom out, and what we're going to do is bring the image almost back to its original size, but still a bit zoomed out. So I'm just going to do this. Let me go to fill, then I can start from the beginning and just increase it. So we just have the image, how will I say this, kind of just peeking out, but quite a bit, but still centered on our frame. Escape. Let's go back to full screen and let's look at it in the slideshow. Then this is what we have. Let's move on to the final slide, and I'm going to duplicate this. Select this text and you can just delete it. Let's just copy this text. Oops. Let me copy this, and I'm just going to select everything here and paste. Increase the width of this text so it's on 4 lines. This rectangle height is going to be 6.4 and the width is going to be 20. I'm going to select this two, align center, align middle, and group, so to make it easier for us to align. Go to align center, align middle, and now we're going to ungroup this also. Yeah, now let's crop this image. Go to picture format, crop, and just use fill. So now it will just align it so it will be like the first slide. Escape, and that's it. The final detail, of course, is going to be the transition. So we're just going to go to transitions, and I'm going to use the morph transition. So the duration is currently 2, and we're not going to change general details. We're just going to go to apply to all, and I'm going to start the slideshow, and I'm using my arrow key to navigate, and every time I move this will have this effect. If you want to, you can actually, I believe you should have seen those effects where the text will come in and one will go out. You can have the text coming from one direction and go out the other if that's what you want, but I just wanted to keep things simple and very quick. But this is another way you can use the morph transition. This transition is one that you could use. It's very versatile, and you can just use it when you have a single image to create an entire presentation out of it. Well, that's it. We've come to the end of this video. If you liked it, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.